So my name is Spencer Rogers. I actually grew up in Latin America, and so I speak Spanish. My father was a banker, and I grew up traveling around Latin America with my father. He was an international banker. He worked for Bank of America. I graduated from high school, went to Brigham Young University, and then went on a mission to Quebec. And I got to use my Spanish in Quebec. There's a lot of Spanish-speaking people there, and I got to learn French while I was in Quebec as well. And then a few years later, I met my wife, who was a Russian major at BYU, and she and I moved to Lviv, to the Ukraine, Lvov, or however you say it. I say Lviv. And we were married in the Swedish temple because my mother and father were on a mission in Sweden at the time. So I studied at BYU. I have started a lot of companies. Some did really well, and some did not do very well. And so we won't talk about the ones that didn't do very well. But I currently own a company called Quick Stove. It makes portable camping stoves. It's kind of an e-commerce type of a business. And we sell those stoves all around the world. I work also full-time at Brigham Young University. My responsibility at Brigham Young University is to commercialize BYU's inventions. So we have professors who invent some really amazing things, and my job is to call companies and say, would you like to buy this from the university? And so I'm negotiating agreements and contracts all day long. And I do that because I love it. It's a lot of fun. So I also have several patents of my own that I developed over the years and sold to some companies. So I have a little bit of an inventor personality, and I have a definite entrepreneurial spirit. And so for about 10 years, I've been speaking with Patrick Chedevy, who some of you know, who moved into my neighborhood, and we've been talking about running a school. I actually operated schools in Silicon Valley for a while. And so we talked for about 10 years, and we finally decided it's time to do this. And I was thinking originally maybe we should do this in Lviv, and Patrick was thinking we should do this in the Czech Republic, and Patrick won. And so we're here, and I'm so glad we're here. We love it here. I told my wife I'd like to move my family to the Czech Republic, and she said, "You're crazy." And then I brought her here a few months ago in November. And she said, "Wow, I love it here. It's wonderful." And so this summer, we're bringing our entire family here, and maybe next year we'll move here. We'll see. I have 7 children, so watch out if we move here. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the Royal Business Academy. Our primary focus is business education. And a big part of our program is mentoring. And so we summarize what we do as business education and mentoring services and program. And I'm going to give you a couple of key points about what's important to our program. So first, we want you to learn the fundamentals of running a business, how to manage a business correctly. The second thing that we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to either create your business or improve it. So maybe by show of hands, how many of you have had an idea for a business but just haven't been sure what to do next? You know, what's the next step in starting your business or funding your business or making sure that you're going to be successful? So that's what we're going to talk about at the Royal Business Academy. The next thing we do is we help you build a network of colleagues and mentors. So we will have this year, we have 13 visiting professors coming to teach at the Royal Business Academy. So you won't have to listen to me the whole time, fortunately. We have Harvard MBAs, Stanford MBAs, successful entrepreneurs from Silicon Valley, some amazing resources that are coming. And whether you can attend our entire program or only come for a few lectures, you're welcome to come and participate in our program. Okay, we want to open the doors and let you learn from these amazing mentors. And our hope is that 5 years from now, when you have a struggle with your business, that you'll feel comfortable picking up the phone and calling one of those mentors and saying, you know, I was in the program in the Czech Republic 5 years ago. Can you help me figure out how to deal with this problem in my business? And that's what the mentors are signing up for. So you're getting a good team that will be with you for a long time. Okay, last, and this is the most important thing for me and for my wife and for Patrick and for Elise Shedevy, who you know. We want to help you build a foundation so that you can contribute to your family and to your community here in the Czech Republic instead of moving off to Leeds or Provo or wherever, right? Stay here and help make the Czech Republic a better place than it already is, and it's already wonderful. So here's what we're looking for. We want to enroll young single adults. If you're not single, that's okay. Bring your spouse. If you have a child, bring your child. It's okay. We'll take care of you. You can stay at our facility. The important thing is that you come and you learn from us. We also are looking for people who have good character. Even though we're not associated with the church, we're going to require every participant that comes to our program to sign an honor code that says that they will abide by certain standards so that we know it's a safe environment for all of us to learn in, a comfortable environment. We want people who want to become great business leaders, and we want people who want to contribute to their communities. So that's what we're looking for. RBA, Royal Business Academy, is also, RBA are also the letters of our values. And you can see our values here on the chart. These are the things that we're striving to teach at our program. So the program starts on June 24th. That's a Wednesday. You can come as early as June 22nd, so 2 days before. And the program will go until September 11th. But if you need to leave earlier, we have a graduation. You can come and go if you need to leave earlier anytime. We just want you to come. The best thing, though, would be to stay at least until August 21st, which is when the core of our curriculum will be finished. And you'll see in a few minutes, we've essentially compressed an entire Masters of Business Education, a Masters of Business Administration, into a comprehensive 8 to 12-week program. So it's a lot of learning. Okay, we're going to be in Hotel America in Velké Meziříčí, if I'm saying that right. That's our plan. Does anybody know where that is? Has anybody ever been to Hotel America? It's really a beautiful place. It's kind of hidden. It's surrounded by hills. It has horses. It has ponds. And we have the entire Hotel America only for Royal Business Academy. And the reason we can have you bring your spouse or your friends is because we had to pay for the whole hotel, all 72 beds. But we're going to limit the program to only 30 or 35 or 40 students, somewhere in there. And so we have a lot of extra beds. So maximum of 30 to 40 students. We have some wonderful experienced business leaders that will be coming. And you can go on our website and read their biographies. And we'll be adding more. I think we only have maybe 6 biographies on the website right now. But we'll be adding more biographies so that you can read about the business leaders that are coming. So this is what we'll do. We'll eat together. We'll sleep there at the facility, all of us. We'll play. We'll travel. We'll serve together. And we'll also study and we'll learn and we'll apply the things that we're learning. And then we'll implement them in our businesses. And so let me tell you a little bit about what we want you to learn while we're there. We want you to acquire entrepreneurial skills. And I'll go through these relatively quickly because you can read them. These are on our website as well. But we want you to be able to apply key business principles so that you can be successful. We want you to be able to develop thinking skills and problem-solving skills. In fact, let me tell you an example of a problem-solving skill that we might ask you to do as part of the program. We might give you, for example, a name of a business in Prague. And we'll tell you, okay, go to Prague, find the business owner, and talk to the business owner about the challenges that they face in their business. And that's all we'll tell you. and then we'll ask you to come back and report to us what you've learned. So we have a lot of practical type of experiences like that. We want to help you strengthen your communication and marketing skills. We want you to gain an appreciation for business ethics and why it's important to be honest. And how do you deal with ethical dilemmas when maybe both choices are good and both choices are bad? How do you choose? And so we'll go through a lot of experiences with that to help you learn how to deal with those kinds of things. Again, we want you to establish a network of peers. We want you to be able to develop a business plan. So if you come to us with your idea, we'll help you find the problems with your idea. And we'll help you find the ways to implement your idea successfully so that you can move on and have a successful business. And then last, we want to help you become a better leader. So these are some of the topics that we're going to be covering. So you can see it's a really broad, it's a broad-based curriculum. Everything from basic statistics and accounting and finance principles, and some of you can help us with that, to new ideas about running a business. For example, lean startup. Has anybody heard of the lean startup concept? It's a wonderful concept. And we talk about lean startup and what it means to pivot and to change and to fail, and how do you fail the right way if you're going to fail. So these are some of the examples of the different kinds of curriculum that we'll study. Here are some of the mentors that we'll have come to our program. I'm there, Patrick Shedevy, who you know, Jan Pohoreliki, who has some great operating experience. Some of you, and you'll learn a little bit more about his background. He's a very talented person. Tom Peterson is a Harvard MBA. He teaches in the MBA program at Brigham Young University. He's one of our visiting speakers. Stephen Lund. If you Google Stephen Lund, you'll see that he's one of the most successful entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley. He's a local investor, and he's coming to talk about lean startup and about finding funding and those kinds of things. And the list goes on, and I won't go through everyone's names, but we have a wonderful list of people coming to lecture for 2 days or a week at a time, typically. Okay, here's our daily schedule. We're going to wake up at 6:30 in the morning every day, and then we're going to have some personal time, and after our personal time, we'll have breakfast, okay? And then we're going to have class lectures. And our class lectures will take us until about lunchtime. And after lunch, we're going to do homework. We're going to meet with the mentors. We're going to work on your business. If you have a business already running, you can work on your business during that time in the afternoon. You don't need to abandon your business. And we'll help you with it, and we'll help you grow your business. For example, if you run an e-commerce site making t-shirts, which one of you in here does, maybe we can help you learn how to grow your business and how to advertise your business inexpensively and bring more traffic to your website. And then we'll have dinner, and then we'll do a lot of group activities in the evenings. We'll play games, we'll do competitions, we'll learn how to fail, we'll learn how to succeed, all of those kinds of things. And then it's lights out time. So it's kind of like a little MTC experience every day. Every single day, you know. It's going to be great. So let me give you an example of some of the activities that we're going to do. We've thought about visiting factories. For example, we could go to the Kofola factory. We haven't arranged that yet, but that's one of the things we've talked about. And if you have ideas for factories you'd like to visit, we can try to arrange those visits. We know there's a gentleman in Velké Meziříčí who owns an electronic or a cable business, and we've thought about talking with him at some of the manufacturing problems he might deal with. So we want to have real practical experiences. Let me give you an example of one that is one of my favorite. We're going to ask you, who's been to the Palladium in the center of Prague, like near Old Town Prague? Have you been there? Yeah, it's a really big, nice shopping center. So one of the activities we're going to do is we'll ask you to go to Palladium. This will give you a taste for how practical or hands-on this is. We'll ask you to find 5 products in Palladium that are patented. So you have to figure out, how do I know if that product is patented? Find those products and then figure out a way to make those products better. So can you improve its position on the shelf? Can you improve its packaging? Can you improve the colors of the product? What would you change to make that product better? And then come back and report to the class. Does that make sense? So we do a lot of kind of hands-on, practical kinds of stuff like that. We're going to be doing some touring. We'll go visit some local castles that you've probably been to. Maybe we'll go canoeing, go hiking, go to the water park, do some fun things. Learn that business is fun. Let me tell you about something that I did in my business that was daring, and it was risky, and we didn't know if it would work. And I think it was one of the best decisions we ever made. So I told my employees, from now on, every Wednesday is no work Wednesday. You come to work, you work hard Monday, you work hard Tuesday, you don't work on Wednesday, you work hard Thursday, and you work hard Friday. I'm going to pay you for Wednesday, and you have to come to work, but you're not allowed to work. When you come to work, you play. So we go skiing in the mountains in Utah, or we go hiking, or we go boating, or we go find somebody's yard that's a mess, and we go clean up their yard, or we go serve food to the poor people. But we do fun things together, and we just close the business. And our customers know if they call our business on Wednesday, we're sorry, it's no work Wednesday today. And do you know what happened to our sales when we implemented that program? Our sales went up. Why do you think our sales went up? Because our employees were happy, and they felt better about their job. And so we're going to teach you some principles like that. I'm not saying you shouldn't work on Wednesdays, but we're going to teach you some principles about making sure that business is more than just money, 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 you know. There's a lot more to it. So we're also going to go on some excursions around the Czech Republic. These are some ideas of places that we can go, and most of these excursions will be part of the program. So we'll go together for the purpose of talking with businesses in those locations. And so these are some of the things that we've thought about doing. Some of them are for fun, and so we'll be visiting different places in the Czech Republic. And then we're also planning to do some other excursions. There's one very important excursion that we're going to do on July 21st. Anybody guess what it is? July 21st. What is it? We're going to put everybody on a bus, and we're going to go to Romania. Why? What's in Romania in July? There's a huge YSA activity, right? And so we want to make sure you can participate in that activity. So we're all going to go to that activity together so you can participate. And these are some other locations that we'll go to, Auschwitz or Dresden or Vienna or some other places. Okay, so as we've talked to you about our program, we've heard 3 common questions or concerns over and over and over and over. So we need to have a discussion about these. We need your help. So these are the 3 concerns. There we go. One is, I can't afford it. So this program is going to cost us about 10,000 euros per student is how much we have to pay to make this program happen. And so we thought, let's ask everyone to pay 1,000 euros, and we'll pay the difference. Okay, because we want to do this to help. But 1,000 euros is a lot of money, and we realize that. And because this is our first year, what we're telling everyone is, you don't need to pay anything. Just come. We'll pay for everything. We'll pay all your food, all your accommodations. All you have to do is get there, and we'll take care of you for that time. And if you can only come for 1 week, come for 1 week. If you can come for 8 weeks, come for 8 weeks. Just let us know what you can do. Does that make sense? So don't worry if it's too long. We're trying to figure this out. We're trying to figure out if 8 weeks is too long, or maybe we started too late in the summer, or should we start earlier? Should we do this just on the weekends for a year? what's the right format? And we'll ask for your feedback as we go through. But for this year, we're going to have 8 to 12 weeks in Veliki Mezirici. Well, and 1 week in Romania. So another concern is I don't speak English very well. And your English, I guarantee you, is much better than my Czech. But Jan is going to be there the whole time. And he can translate. And hopefully some of you that will be there that speak really good English can help those that don't speak English as well. And our program is about you. It's about helping you. So if we're working on the program and you don't understand something, we can stop everything and make sure that you understand and work through it. So don't worry about it if you don't speak English very well. We do have some students from America coming. We have 6 students from the MBA program at BYU. They're coming to participate in our program this year. One of them is a football player, American football, and he was talking about maybe I can teach everyone to play American football. And I said, maybe we can teach you to play soccer. But and his wife is a great volleyball player. She played volleyball at BYU, and so that will be fun. And he's bringing his wife and his child as well. So just come and enjoy the experience. We also have some students from Romania that will be coming to join our program. And we're hoping, I know of some students from Ukraine that have been talking with us about coming. We're hoping to bring some students from Poland. So we're hoping that we have a good group of people so you can interact and get a good variety. Does that make sense? Okay, this is something that a famous Harvard professor, some of you might know this name, Clayton Christensen. He's a wonderful man. He's a wonderful professor, considered one of the best business minds in the world. He said this: if you defer investing your time and energy until you see that you need to, chances are it will already be too late. And we believe that this is the best investment you can make with your time this summer. And so take a risk and come and join us this summer. Next summer, it might cost a bunch of money. This summer, it won't cost you anything. Come and join us. Let us help you with this program. And we're sure that you'll be grateful that you came. Okay, so let's talk about your questions. And I put on here Jan's contact information because he is here in the Czech Republic. He works for our company full-time. So his number one responsibility, his most important responsibility, is to answer your questions. Okay? So if you call him and he tells you he's too busy, you need to send me an email. Okay? And let me know. Because he's never too busy for you. His job is to answer your questions. And so let's take your questions. Let's have a little dialogue about what concerns you have or questions or anything.